walk down to the waterfront, see what the water levels are like. Well, truth be told, I've already seen what the water levels are like. They're a little low. This is where we usually put our brush pile, have a big bonfire, set off some fireworks if we have them. This is ideal. Water level is really down. Last summer the water level was up to where I'm walking now. This was the only sandy waterfront beachish kind of stuff we had. All this rock was underwater. Now the neighbors have, I guess, had somebody come in with a tractor and move all these big rocks out the way. So this makes a very easy entrance. It's what I call a natural boat launch. Pure limestone. Hey, what's this? Oh, a gift from the deer. Oh, would you look at that? Let me see. Oh, it smells such a delicate bouquet. An excellent vintage. So yeah, this is the kind of stuff. It's great, but if you're barefoot, it's very slippery when it's underwater. This was like, last summer, this was like almost a foot deep. Well over here, well, no, not a foot deep, but it was halfway up the shins. These rocks that are out here, they were all underwater last year. Those are waves coming up and coming back. Uh-oh, I better run. I just got my shoes on. Don't want them to get wet. According to the neighbors, this seaweed stuff just showed up like this last week. It all depends on how the wind's blowing. If the wind's blowing, if it's coming from over there, which is, well, that way is pretty much west. So that'll be kind of from the southwest. Then this stuff goes away. Although this stuff has really been washed up pretty high, so I don't know how easy that's going to go away. But you do get gunky stuff sometimes when the wind is kind of, it sweeps it from around there and dumps it over here, and then the wind shifts and then it clears up again. So, but I don't know if you can imagine or not, but this stuff goes well beyond that rock, way out there. You're probably looking a good, well, I don't know, 1/8 of a mile at least before there's another, well, it still goes way out even further, but then there's more of a blockade, there's more rocks underneath the water and stuff that you run into. But as far as having safety for children to be playing with, as long as they got like water shoes on so they don't slip on this stuff, kids can just swim out there as far as they want because it's very shallow. Very safe. I used to take my little Chevy Tracker with a boat and I would just drive straight out in here, drive out until the muffler's pretty much underwater, and then I just turn it around and back it in and drop the boat and drive right back out again. So these are all little springs that have come up due to the rain. They just bubble right out of the ground. I'll Show you more of those later. Oh, this drink is delicious. I believe it's port. I don't always drink port, but when I do, I prefer port. Stuff is flowing like crazy here. Here you can see, tilt the camera down, you can see it just kind of boiling out of the ground and then flowing into the lake. Somewhere right around here is my property line. Now you saw that little creek that was, or the river that was flowing, it's bubbling up over here. Not sure you can see it, you might be able to hear it. Right over there is where it's coming out. But there's more. This is day 2. This is towards the end of day 2 of sunshine. So a lot of this stuff that's really been boiling away for the last few days has calmed down quite a lot. This is all wet. Again, here you can see it coming right out of the ground. See how the water's just getting pushed up? The sand even, right where you see these kind of little volcanoes, there's water bubbling out of there, pushing the sand out of the way. It comes up and starts flowing down to the lake. Anyway, that's our waterfront tour. This is Oliver's bunkie. I heard a rumor that he got a notice that he didn't have a building permit. Which is odd because under 100 square feet, there was a time that I thought that you didn't need a building permit, and there was a time that that was true. However, that may have changed over the last year or two. There's the cabin, my little bat station. And yes, the outhouse. I just put this drip edge up there to prevent it from dripping inside. It used to run down just straight down the front, and then catch on these, roll all the way forward, and then drip onto the floor. You don't want to see in there, but the delightful clear sand plastic roof that I put on, that should withstand the 50-mile-an-hour winds and provide some light. It's bad enough to have to use an outhouse, let alone a dark one. This is where the girls pitch their tents. We cover this, of course, with this is just a Costco 10x20 garage thing, so the girls can put their tents under there. We cover it all with plastic, and then they won't get rained on. And this is very close to the edge of my property. Let me see. I think the line goes, I don't know how far or how well you can see, but you can see like right through the woods all the way up that way. So that's how the property line runs. Somebody blazed a trail through that. This is actually where I used to have that storage box that keeps the generator, but I had to move it because I didn't really realize I was that close to the property line. A little bit of winter storm damage there. I think I can walk around this. Now this continues the property line, but that's not the path I had originally made. This is my original path. But since we don't use this area of the property much anymore, obviously it needs a little maintenance. This is my trail. Yes, I'm still holding my glass of port. And this comes out at the Swampy Bridge. As you can see, the water's gone down quite a bit. Nevertheless, it's still pretty freaking deep. However, there's a tree stump right here, so if I don't want to step in muck, I can stand on this tree stump, step over, then go this way and find my bridge. There's our little garden troll. He's been through a few rough seasons. Say hello to the camera. Hello. Hello. And this is a real nice place to bring your cup of coffee or a glass of wine. Sit down and enjoy the morning, the afternoon, the evening. All of these cedars that are all around, it's a particular variety of cedar that the mosquitoes don't like. You don't, believe it or not, you don't find bugs here. You might see the occasional bug flying on its way through, but none of them linger, none of them carry around. I've never got a mosquito bite out here on the deck, even when it's wet like this, and you'd think that there'd be bugs galore, and there really aren't. This is a nice little hiding spot away from the bugs, because sometimes they can get bad out by the cabin, so this is a good retreat. Anyway, that's it for the tour. I'm going to shut off the camera and enjoy the rest of my gift from the gods, as I discovered on the rock out by the water. It's great. You leave an empty glass there, and overnight, you come back and it's full of port. It's amazing. Take care. Bye for now.